Hey, hey, hey. Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm doing a surprise live tonight, so we'll see if anybody's awake. It's not too late. It's only like 8:30 Eastern on Monday, so we'll see what happens. I've got stuff I just need to rip, and I've been talking about doing some stuff live, waiting for folks to collaborate with. Haven't really lined anything new up, but that does not change the looming deadline of the summer with my move. So I just need to keep ripping. Um, as I say in every video, or try to keep ripping wax. So what I've got tonight, I've got a hobby box, 2004 Topps Total. Hey, Robert, how's it going, buddy? I appreciate you stopping in, man. You're always reliable, like clockwork, buddy. I appreciate you. So I want to rip some 2004 Topps Total. This is a huge set from 2004. I'm bringing up the TCDB database, kind of go through it a little bit and see what comes out. But I just wanted to rip something live tonight, have the time, and have the energy. Last night I was wiped. I recorded some shorts and recorded a couple of things, little cleanup things that I've been meaning to do. So that'll be coming. We've got a junkwax time travel coming in the next couple of days, and then I'm going to do some junkwax time travel in my shorts as requested by you, the viewer. So that'll be coming. Tonight, 2004 Topps Total. I didn't really know anything about these cards. I was done collecting by 2004. But I came across some in a collection, and then I had a chance to grab some off of Facebook Marketplace. Because it was a full hobby box and I'd never really seen it before, I wanted to kind of do it, live, or do it as a bigger video, not just, I don't have all the things to do the run in between, so I didn't want to do it as like my junkwax time travel or something like that. And it's a little newer than most of the junkwax stuff that I rip, being from 2004, but it is. I wanted to have fun with it. Wanted to rip the whole box since I'd never seen it before. So that's what we're going to do tonight. So just opening this up, it looks pretty cool. I like this. You get some free labels for your binder or for dividers. I'm going to actually use those. That'd be kind of cool. They have the logos and the team. So like if you're working on the team set, you can put the divider in. I probably am not going to use these because it says 2004 Topps Total team set, but I can cross that. Maybe we'll see. But very cool. At least it's still catered towards set builders. 2004 Topps Total. We are looking for some, the big stuff you could get. You could get autographs out of this. By 2004, autographs in hobby boxes and stuff were a regular thing. The checklist for autographs is not great. So, Brandon Clausen, Grant Balfour is probably the most successful name on here. Jimmy Jurnell, Toby Hall, and the one I'm actually looking for is Baltimore Oriole, Larry Bigby. So that's the big name Oriole. This is during the Orioles' dark ages. They were not good. This is part of the 14 straight losing seasons. So Larry Bigby was promising young talent, power hitter. I think lefty, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that, but that's one of the things we're looking for tonight. We are looking for, basically, you could have, I guess, in the packs, you could have the regular border, or there were like parallel borders. So I think there were like silver. There are total Topps inserts. There are total production inserts, total award winners inserts. All the team checklists have players. That's kind of cool. Every single card in here has printing plates. This was one of the, I don't know if it was one of the first, but it's one of the early. products that contain printing plates. So there's a chance of getting a one of one, really, essentially, for any card in this set. So printing plates, obviously, you have magenta, cyan, yellow, and black. So there's 4 for each card. And those will be a one of one for that color. If that makes sense. So there's 4 one of ones making up the printing plates. So that could be that we could find that. That'd be actually I would really like that. And then the silver borders are a parallel. So I think silver borders are for every card. So you could potentially get silver border. Big Joe, welcome in. We're coming, man. We're gonna rip this whole hobby box. I'm finishing up looking at the checklist, and we're gonna get ripping here in a minute or so. The last thing I'm looking at on here are the rookies. So the 2 big rookies in here are Yadier Molina and Felix Hernandez. So if we can get a Yadi rookie or a King Felix rookie, I'll be pretty happy with those. And hopefully we get a couple and we have some, some choice. We can choose and maybe give one away. So if you're here, welcome aboard. We're about to get ripping. I'm going to flip this camera around and we'll get started. And then if we hit one of the, if we hit a couple of the rookies, if you're still here at the end, we'll do a little giveaway, and I'll make it easy. We'll just have you post something in the comments. So, little incentive to hang out for the evening. I'm just gonna rip. We're not gonna waste too much time. I've talked too much already. Here we go. I'm gonna flip it around. Let's get started. All right, everybody. Hopefully, everybody can hear me. Make sure to put a comment in the chat so I can see you. We're going right in. First 2 off the top. And just like we do in driver's seat box breaks, everybody knows the rules. All right. Mark DeRosa. I'm going to have a lot of commons, I'm pretty sure. Grady Sizemore. He is a good name back then. Ryan Jensen. Derek Jeter coming out in the first pack. Joe Creedy. Hey, Robert, have a good night, buddy. I was up at 4 this morning. I don't know how I'm still awake. I'm burning fumes, but I appreciate you stopping in and saying hello. Brandon Donnelly, Edwin Jackson, Dave Roberts, Dewan Brazelton. I don't remember him at all. Casey Fossum. Derek Jeter in the first pack. How about that? Derek Jeter coming out in the first pack. That's a good way to get started. Again, I don't, it looks like we have a silver border in here. We did have, did we have a silver? Yes, we did in the first pack. I just overlooked it because it was not a real big name. Brendan Donnelly. I might keep the silvers up here separate in case I do something with them. I might put a lot of those on eBay. Somebody might still be looking for those. Jason Boyd, Bobby Jenks. He was okay back in the day. Joaquin Benoit, Brandon Inge, Rene Reyes, Jeremy Griffiths, Kyle Sleeth, Pedro. Love that. Oh, I totally put the silver. It's hard to see here on my end. So just so you can kind of tell, when I'm looking at them, I'm seeing them like that. So I'm seeing the reflection. They really don't look much different. I have to hold them a little bit like this to catch the silver. So Jeremy Griffiths was our silver. I'm going to try to remember to hold him a little more upright. Carlos Zambrano, he was pretty good. Darryl Ward. Man, Pedro and Jeter in the first 2 packs. I'm okay with that. 2004, we still have Ken Griffey Jr. as a possibility. I think that might be his last year, if I'm remembering. I don't know. Am I remembering that correctly? But I think we can still get Ken Griffey Jr., Scott Podsednik, Todd Zeal, Sunwoo Kim, Travis Harper, Adam LaRoche, Carlos Pena. It's not that bad. All right, and what is this? This is turnaround backward. I don't know what that is. Total card game. Okay, so it's some propaganda. I guess this was a game you could also play don't know how those things. I mean, obviously it caught on with like cartoons and stuff, but with the baseball stuff, like we watch the game, we don't necessarily want to play a game. So yeah, I don't know. All right, who do we got here? Eric Burns. Who did we have our silver? Oh, I guess Carlos Pena was our silver. Nice. All right. Eric Burns, he was pretty good. Joey Eisen, I don't even know. Mike New in our checklist. So this is just a regular checklist. Whoop whoop. We still got to whoop whoop the checklist, and we're still gonna scream "oh" if we get an Oriole, even if they're all terrible, because they probably are. Blake Hawksworth, Ramon Nivar, Chris Carpenter, Tim Stauffer. That's not our silver. Mike Meroff. Hey, there's BJ Surhoff on the silver. Love seeing a silver Oriole. So BJ Surhoff was one of the bright spots back then. He was just a great team guy. Great with the fans. He had kids. He loved being in Baltimore. He had kids with, I don't know if it was special needs or medical needs, but he got involved in a lot of the charities and the hospital kind of stuff in the area. He's just a good dude. I love watching him play. Jeff Jenkins, Vance Wilson, Jorge Julio, an Oriole, and that brings back some memories because he had a ton of potential, but he never really lived up to it. Craig Monroe and Russell Branyan. And we're into the second layer here. We're ripping through an entire hobby box of 2004 Topps total. We're looking for Yachty rookies. We are looking for King Felix rookies. Here's another Oriole. Sidney Ponson for my Orioles. Nice. I'm going to sit some of the Orioles aside here, the good ones. Johnny Damon. All right. Well, I guess we would start a Red Sox pile, and we got a Yankee pile up there. Kevin Howard, David Weathers, Rob Bowen, Al Leiter on the silver. That's actually not terrible. Got another propaganda card with playing the game. That's all right. Carlos Delgado. Pretty good. Travis Hafner, he was pretty good. Carlos Hernandez. There's Flash Gordon. I do not remember this at all. Flash Gordon, second in AL relief strikeouts. Huh. Yankee Flash Gordon. Let me know if you had a favorite player, if you see it. Back in 2004, who were you watching? Alex Zumwalt, Matt Cotta, Blaine Neal, Ricky Stone. Here's our... Oh, what do we got here? Oh, we got something. I have no idea what this is. It's an insert. Let's move it to the back here. Jose Vidro, Chris O'Riordan. It's a rookie. So they say first year instead of rookie. JT Snow, Brad Fulmer, Brooke Fordyce. I remember him. He actually, I think he did some catching with the Orioles. There's our Ricky Stone, and we'll do the silver first. Twins, Michael Kadire. Not bad. All right, now what is this? Oh, I like this a lot. Total award winner. It's A-Rod, which, you know, it is what it is. But that's a sweet looking card. I like that. I don't want to get, it is glossy. It does have a dent right there, but it is a nice card. I'm just whacking the camera. I do want to sleeve it just so I don't get fingerprints on it. Okay. I don't think it needs to be top loaded yet, but we'll just at least sleeve it up. That way I don't get fingerprints on it. First insert is a total award winner. A-Rod, still with the Rangers at that point, I guess. All right, here we go. Eric Young is pretty good too. We're doing a whole hobby box, so I gotta draw a line with who I'm putting up. Greg Max, the professor, always goes up. Jerry Hairston Jr. for my Orioles. He was very fun to watch on second base. David Bell, Mark Kotze, he was also pretty good, but he's not going to make the cut tonight. Rob Bell on the silver. Noma over here in the Red Sox pile. And we got Enrique Wilson, Dan Wright, Bob Kielty. All right, we're finishing off layer number 2. Looking for the guys on the box: Barry Zito, Mark Pryor, Dontrell Willis. This is features a lot of pitchers. Jared Sandberg, Jerome Millens, Richard Hidalgo, Carlos Beltran. Love that. Adam Bernero. Our silver is Mike Hampton. Jock Jones. I remember him. He was pretty good. Jeff Bagwell. There we go. Tony Clark. Also pretty good. Not going to make the cut for me tonight. Only have so much room up there on the stand. We might even fill it up and have to do a round 2. Oh, keep whacking the camera. I can't wait to get my new. I'm moving this summer. I'm going to get a new setup. We're going to have a more permanent camera kind of situation here. And I can't wait to get off of this tripod and get onto something a little more nice. That was Bobby Midrish, Bobby Brownlee. 2 Bobbies in a row. Jay Payton. He was pretty good for a little bit. Adam Everett. He's good enough to go up. Michael Tejera. Our silver is Corwin Malone, a guy I don't know. Alfonso Soriano. He was awesome for a long time. Kevin Millar. Legendary Oriole, Kevin Millar. Saying that to tick off the Red Sox fans. Julian Tavares. And Donald Levinsky. Wow. That's some Orioles card. Now, who was that first Oriole that I found? Because I didn't put him aside. Jorge Julio. He's going in there. I don't think there was another one. I'll have to double check. I like having all the Orioles when I go to card shows because, fans will come and they'll want, cheap cards of older players. It's kind of fun to go through. Brian Pilkington. David Segui for the Orioles. There we go. Kurt Schilling, former Oriole. Add him to the Red Sox pile. Luis Rivas. Felix Heredia. Our silver is Jeff Jenkins. We got another instruction card for playing the game. Rick Reed, Brad Wilkerson, Jeffrey Hammonds. He was an Oriole, but he went over and mashed for the Giants for a little bit. I liked watching him play. Jason Johnson. I think I have 2 more packs in this layer. If you're joining, put something in the chat down below. We're ripping 2004 Topps Total. Jack Cust for my O's. Nate Bump. Randy Wolf. He was okay. Brian Langerhans. Jim Thome. There we go. Nice. Jose Valverde on the silver. Lee Gwaltney. Dan Maselli. Chan-Ho Park. Javier Vasquez. Let's see. Last pack on this layer. If you're just joining, just put something in the chat so I know you're here. I appreciate you watching. It's 2004 Topps Total tonight. We are looking for Yadier Molina rookies. We are looking for Felix Hernandez rookies. We are looking for autographs, specifically Larry Bigby from my Orioles. We are looking for printing plates and some fun inserts. Jason Jennings, Brian Stefik, Delman Young, Ramiro Mendoza. Oh, we got another insert. I'm going to move that to the back. Eric Chavez is pretty good. Grant Balfour, he was actually pretty good as well. He's one of the signature possibilities. Ronnie Belliard, Roger Cedeno, Greg Colburn, back to Ramiro Mendoza. I'm going to do our silver first, and then we'll do the insert and see what we got. Silver is LaTroy Hawkins. There we go. And total award winner, Garrett Anderson. I like these cards a lot. I'm going to sleeve them up just so that I don't get fingerprints all over them because they're like chrome-ish. They're not quite chrome, but they're almost like a rainbow foil, but like a fancier rainbow foil, if that makes sense. I just don't want to get fingerprints all over them. These sleeves are tight. I don't know why. Total award winner. All right, let's get to this next layer. Still looking for something big. I want a printing plate or an autograph. Some of these other inserts. We'll see what's up. Press plates 1 of 1. Can only be found in hobby. So, they could be in here. Alex Cintron, Shigetoshi Hasagawa. Ben Hendrickson, Corey Patterson, Omar Dahl for my Orioles. Here's our silver. It is Phil Nevin. We have not seen a big name silver yet. There's the game instructions. Jason Davis, Ryan Drees, Desi Relaford, Benito Santiago. I put Benny up. If you're just tuning in, be sure to put something in the chat. We are going to give away if we find a couple of the big name rookies. We'll see what we come up with, and we'll do a giveaway of one of the cards tonight. Jeremy Gonzalez, Anthony Acevedo, Donald Kelly, Jason Grimsley, Danny Graves, and our silver, Brady Clark. Again, no big names on the silver yet. Jason Lane, Lou Ford, I like that. Chris Woodward, Chris Hammond. Lou Ford was always like the waiver wire pickup in fantasy baseball. Like, he wasn't drafted, but then he'd get hot for a little bit, and everybody would pick him up, and then he'd cool off. All right. Jose Guillen. I was still playing fantasy baseball back then, even though I wasn't collecting cards. Luis Gonzalez, Corey Vance, Ryan Kolesko, Braden Looper, and our silver is Tim Worrell. Jason Kendall is good. Coco Crisp, one of the best names in baseball. Brian Meadows, Pedro Feliz, and Brian Buchanan. Last pack from this layer. I'm hoping I pick up one of these packs and it just feels heavy because it's got a printing plate in it. Marquise Grissom, putting him up. Jason Michaels, Chad Chop, Mark Loretta, Shane Halter, Gabe Kapler. He was pretty good on the silver. Gary Knotts, Eric Eckenstaller, Edgar Gonzalez, and Tino Martinez. Tino's going up. We might be halfway through the box after this layer. I haven't really been keeping count. I'm just ripping. 2004 tops total. We're looking for Yadier Molina rookies. We're looking for King Felix rookies. There's Vlad Guerrero, Vladdy Daddy. Like that. Antonio Fonseca. Miguel Cabrera. Nice. Hey, there's the man on the cover, Mark Pryor, one of the cover boys, along with Barry Zito and Dontrell Willis. We've got an insert. We'll put that to the back. Juan Castro, Rob McCoyak, Jeff Allison, Ted Lilly. And we got back to Mark Pryor. And let's see our silver. What we got here? Eric Munson. And our insert is Total Tops. Ken Griffey Jr. Heck yes. Heck yes. With the Reds toward the end of his career. I think this might have been his final year, 2004. Does that make sense? Does that sound right? I think it sounds right. What a card. Love that. Come on. Get in there. I need to do this off camera because I can't focus. Ken Griffey Jr. Always great to pull a junior, especially on a shiny Shiny and insert. That is fun. All right, let me get this top loaded. I always top load Junior. All right, here we go. Ken Griffey Jr. Look at that. Love it. Best card so far. If you're in the chat, let me know that you're here. Oh, my dog is shaking. He wants to go out, I think. That's why we have a doggy door. I can't be interrupted. I'm ripping cards. Paul LaDuca, Matt Moses, Tom Farmer, Matt Kinney, David Ortiz, Poppy. This whole left thing is almost all Red Sox. Julio Lugo, the game instructions, Juan Pierre. He was pretty good. He stole a lot of bases back in the day. I remember Juan Pierre. I'm going to keep him up tonight. Mike Matheny, Aaron Heilman, and Eddie Guardado. All right. Kevin Cash, Jason Phillips, Reed Gurecki, Felix Rodriguez, Darren Dreifert, Terrence Long on our silver, Torrey Hunter, not bad at all. We're running out of room up there. Keith Fulp, Randy Wynn, Toma Oka, and Dave Burba. One more in this layer. Still looking for a big card. Printing plate, autograph. Gotta have something. I really want a Larry Bigby autograph. I don't know why. Jerome Gamble, Cal Eldred, Hector Jimenez, Miguel Batista. We got another insert. I'll move that to the back. Derek Lowe, Jeff Kent, Hall of Famer now. Derek Lowe was pretty good as well. We'll put him up there with the other Red Sox. Jose Jimenez, Michael Tucker, Miguel Batista. All right, let's see. Our silver is Robin Ventura. Not bad. It's probably the biggest name we've had on the silver. And what do we got here? Total Tops, Troy Glaus. I love these inserts. These are super nice. These Total Tops cards are fun. Really fun. And these, I don't know about these sleeves. These are real tight. Real tight. Not a fan. I will probably not order these again. I'll go back and get the ones that are a little looser. This should not be that tight. I'll have to get a different pack. See if the other ones are any better. All right. Troy Glaus. All right. We are about halfway through. I am going to kind of sit these up here. We know we've got a ton of Red Sox in this pile. This is just kind of a first half break. By break, I mean pause. We'll sit that up there. I'm going to keep Junior up there. We'll put him back here. And we're going to keep going. If you're watching, let me know down in the chat who you're looking for. I'm hoping we pull a King Felix rookie. I'm hoping we pull a Yachty rookie, maybe one or two of them. The Yachty rookies actually, you know, if it does grade a 10, like they're over $100, like 120. So that might be worth grading. Kyle Snyder, Brooks Conrad, Turk Wendell, Brandon Phillips, Orlando Hudson. Here comes our silver. Frank Medicino. Not really any big name. There's Mike Piazza. Love that. We will put Piazza up there. Dimitri Young was okay. Eric Gagne. Dominant back in the day. Greg Myers. Juan Uribe. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you're tuning in just randomly. Manny Ramirez. We have all our Red Sox pile over here on the left. That seems to be where they go. Mike Hampton. Brandon Clausen. Rodrigo Lopez from my Orioles. You can see you don't know any of the names from the Orioles, Sean Green, but you know the entire team from the 2004 Boston Red Sox. There's good reason why. Todd Self, Francisco Rodriguez, Akinori Atsuka. Ellis Burks was still playing. I don't remember that. We put Ellis Burks up. All right. On the silver, we got a silver checklist. Whoop, whoop. There's somebody waiting. It's been waiting 25 years or 2004, so 20 years, 22 years. And they're waiting for this. And I'm going to go put it on eBay. And I'm going to get $1 for it. Rodrigo Lopez. Let's see our insert total award winner, Albert Pujols. Yes. Love it. Hey, there you are. We've had a couple Japanese players. God is great. How are you doing today? Hopefully well. We've had a couple of Japanese players named. We had several. We actually just have one in this pack here. Sometimes it lists where they're from, like what town they're from. It doesn't say that on this, but Akinori Atsuka was in the last pack. I love me some Albert Pujols. Pujols and Ichiro. Ooh, that's something on this top loader here. Piece of fuzz. I'll have to get that off. I'm going to sleeve up the Pujols. That's just a good looking card. God is great. Did it ever stop snowing over there? I've been thinking about you, buddy. Hey, look, we got a Felix Hernandez first year card. They don't call it rookie. They call it first year. That's awesome. That's one of the big rookies we were looking for. Oh, that's awesome. I say konnichiwa to all the kids at the hospital in Japan, if you're watching. I don't know what time it is there, but maybe they're watching. Maybe you're there now. Greg Zahn. I just want to take one more look at this. This is one of the big rookies we've been looking for. King Felix. Felix Hernandez, first year. This is a fun card. There's the back. Number one prospect, number one starter potential. I'd say. Throws close to 100 miles an hour, yet knows how to pitch. So he's just not all power. He was dominant for a very long time. Bod File. Oh, perfect. Good. Roy Halladay. Awesome. Justin Spears? I don't know. Dave Roberts on the silver. Here's our game instructions. Ryan Madsen. Chad Bradford. Looks like a submariner. Gabe Kapler. Bartolo Colon. He's going up. I keep bumping the camera. I can't wait to get my new setup at the new house whenever I move this summer. I will stop bumping the camera. I'm going to mount the camera like up here and hopefully not run into it too much. All right, Jay Powell, John Santor, Scott Spezio, Kevin Jarvis, Alex Escobar, Mike Matheny on our silver. There's our game instructions again. Jason Giambi. We had some Yankees up earlier. We're still looking for, we should have Mariano Rivera yet from the Yankees roster. Valerio de los Santos, Jim Messier. This is 2004 Topps Total. I'm ripping a hobby box. Kerry Lichtenberg. We are looking for Felix Hernandez rookies, Yadier Molina rookies. We are looking for some fun inserts. We found a Ken Griffey Jr. Earlier in the first half of the box. We have a Albert Pujols here in this half of the box. They do have autographs. The checklist is really small. I think it's maybe 5 or 6 players, and none of them are good. Grant Balfour is probably the biggest name on the autographs. I am personally looking for Larry Bigby from my Orioles because I know if I get that autograph, I could still sell it. The other guys, I don't think you're gonna even be able to sell them. Lincoln Holdscomb, Matt Capps, Luis Vizcaino, Scott Hatteberg, John Smoltz. That's a nice one. And our silver, Jeff Allison. We are looking. They also put printing plates in here. I don't know if this is the first product to have printing plates, but this is their printing plates for the entire set. So every card has 4 possible one-of-ones because you could have the cyan, magenta, yellow, or black printing plate. Kevin Brown, Mark Corey, Matt Lawton, yes, Juan Rivera. I agree. The Ken Griffey Jr., I think that is his last year, if I remember correctly, with the Reds. I believe that was his last year playing. So it's kind of cool to get a card from his last year. We're always looking for cards from his rookie year. Danny Patterson, Jeff Devannon, Victor Martinez. He was very good for a long time. Brad Penny. Mike Cameron was okay. Doesn't make the cut tonight. CC Sabathia on the silver. That's good. That's the biggest name we've had on the silvers tonight. Look at that. Hall of Famer, right? I think he was just recently inducted. CC Sabathia. Come on, get in there. I'm going to do this off camera. That's nerve-wracking. Try to do it around my phone. All right. CC Sabathia. On the silver. Love that. Trey Hodges. Jimmy Rollins. Not a bad card there. Eric Munson. And a checklist. Whoop, whoop. 2 more packs in this layer, then we're down to like 2 or 3 layers left. All right, Paul Shuey, Corwin Malone, Darren Erstad. I'm saving that for somebody. Aaron Seeley, Mariano Rivera. I knew he was in here. There we go. We got Mo. Chan-Ho Park on the silver. That's probably, I don't know. He might not be bigger than, he's not going to be bigger than CC, but at the time it was a big name. All right, do this again off camera. I just can't do it around my phone. Chan-Ho Park on the silver. Aaron Miles, Jeff Cirillo, Josh Hall, and Johnny Peralta. We're getting a real big stack of base over here. I'm about this high. Might have to move it out of the way soon. It's getting in the way. All right, Joe Mauer. Fantastic. Orlando Cabrera. Matt Creighton. Rob Quinlan. Sammy Sosa. And our silver is Joe Mays. Chris Gomez. Robbie Hammock. Chad Harville. I'm looking for Barry Zito. Where's that? John Lieber. We have 2 layers left. So no printing plate yet, no autograph yet. And no Yadier Molina rookie. We need that. We need a Yadi rookie. Shea Hildebrand. Gilbert Cabrera. Justin Morneau. Love that. Jason Isringhausen. He was very good for a while. Danny Kolb. Pedro Feliz on our silver. Doug Wechter. Chris Reitzma. Matt Ginter. Brian Reith. We're down to 6. This is our 7th pack, 7th to last pack. Ruben Sierra, I usually put him up. Jake Westbrook, Ivan Ochoa, Jeremy Bonderman, and it looks like we have, we have something. I'm going to sweat that. We're going to sweat that. I don't know what it is. I mean, I know what it is, but I don't know who it is. We're going to sweat that. All right, folks, we got something good. We got something good. Let's hope it's a big name. If you saw it, you saw it. All right, looks like we got an insert. I'll move that to the back. Hey, there's A-Rod on the base card. We had the insert earlier, so he had gone. That's interesting. So I guess that 2004 was the year he moved over, right? Was that the year he moved to the Yankees? 2000, because the team leader card we had earlier up here was a total award winner. He's in the Rangers uniform. 2003 AL MVP. So yeah, that's when he moved over. I think I knew that, but didn't put it together. It makes sense. Woody Williams, Tim Salmon. I got that for somebody. Josh Fogg, Juan Cruz, Alex Gonzalez was pretty good for a while. I'm going to put him up today. Armando Benitez, he was awesome for my O's. Fun to watch, threw gas. I mean, he was a fun closer to watch. Michael Barrett, Rocco Baldelli, like that. All right, our silver is Sean Casey. That's actually nice. Not a bad card. And our insert is Total Production Nomar Garciaparra. Look at that. Looks like a computer chip. That is sweet. That is a really nice card. I like that a ton. I don't want to get fingerprints on it, so we're going to sleeve it up. Like I said, it does have a little bit of it's not chrome. It's almost like rainbow foil. Oh, this is a really bad sleeve. It's got all kinds of marks on it. I want a clean sleeve. I don't want a marked up sleeve. Oh, that sleeve's a little nicer. Look at that. Okay. I think I'm going to top load it because it's Nomar. I like Nomar a lot. That's awesome. Oh, I can't wait to see who we got in this last pack. I hope you're enjoying this. Let me know if you see a player you like or remember. Put it in the comments. Jack Crescendo. Crescend. Khalil Green. Josh Bard. Wardell Starling. Oh, we got to insert. Our propaganda card is there. Paul Baycott. Jose Reyes. Josh Beckett. A very good pitcher. We had a checklist. Whoop, whoop. Wardell Starling on the silver. Ronnie Belliard. And our insert here. Total Production. Carlos Delgado. Fantastic. Carlos Delgado. Up there in Toronto. Terrorized my Orioles for a long time. All right. I'm out of top loaders, but that's okay. We're not going to top load that one. All right. I really hope that's a big name player in that last pack that we're sweating. I really hope. All right. Albert Pujols. Love it. Let's hope we get into. Let's get that Yachty rookie. Corey Koski. Tim Raines Jr. for my Orioles. Got an Orioles pile going here. Larry Bigby, there he is. Not autographed, but that's cool to get his base card. Put him back there because we got there's Rod Beck. We have an insert Ray King, Rick Bauer, Mike Lincoln, our silver, Khalil Green, and total tops, Marcus Giles. All right. I like these. There's got to be some Atlanta super fan out there that wants a 2004 Marcus Giles insert, right? All right. Marcus Giles. I'm going to try to find another Japanese player for the kids if you're still watching. Sean Chacon, Brendan Donnelly, Grant Roberts, Sergio Mitre. We got an insert. Josh Lambadera, Ken Harvey, Brian Anderson, Jose Lima, Sergio Mitre, back to him. Jose Mesa. All right, on the silver. And our insert in this pack is Total Tops Hank Blaylock. Wow, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. We're going to need a serious Rangers super fan to want a 2004 Hank Blaylock insert, I think. It might be tough to find a buyer for. You never know. All right, come on. I got to do this. Sorry, got to do it off camera. This doesn't work reaching around my phone. All right. 2 packs, and then we'll get to the good stuff. We got 1 pack. We're sweating. I don't know if you saw what it was, but it's exciting. Kevin Millwood. Come on, focus. There we go. Kevin Millwood. Daryl May. Felipe Lopez. Ben Sheets. Brian Lawrence. Our silver is David Eckenstaller. We got our game card, Sean Green, Tom Martin. Where's Yachty? Brad Vericker. Arthur Rhodes used to pitch for my Orioles. Last pack, we need a Yachty. Need a Yachty rookie card. Come on. All right. Can we get a focus here? Hello. Hello, camera. You can do it. All right. Oh, it's this. Did this face the problem? Oh, get that out of there. All right. Chris Aguila. Kenny Perez. Lastings Millage. Jose Vidro. Chipper Jones. There we go. We'll take a chipper all day long. Garrett Adkins on the silver. Jim Thome again. Take it. Put him up there. Joe Valentine. I don't know. Julio Lugo. Bobby Abreu. Very nice. And Matt Stairs to round us out. All right. We've got 1 pack left. We're empty here. There are no extra packs or toppers or anything like that. So we don't have to worry about it. All right. Here's the moment we've all been waiting for. This is the hit of the box. Let's hope it's a good one. All right. Scott Williamson. Marlon Anderson. Paul Quantrill. Where's the Yachty? Jeremy Bonderman. All right. I think we have an insert and a silver, and then the thing we've all been waiting for. Our insert. Miguel Tejada for my O's. Nice. Nice. I'm going to put this down. Miguel Tejada for my Orioles. That is fan-freaking-tastic. Love that. He was very fun to watch. He played well on some really bad teams. But, he he was just very, very good. All right. Awesome. And there I go and just drop it. All right. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Here comes our silver. Andrew Good is our silver. And if you hadn't guessed it yet, we got a printing plate. I'm going to turn it around because I think it's backwards. All right, here we go. Here's our printing plate. It's a cyan, so that's the blue. Total award winner, Roy Halladay printing plate. 1 of 1 cyan printing plate. Big name, Roy Halladay. That is fantastic. 2004 Topps Total Major League Baseball printing press plate. 1 of 4 specific color plates. Obviously, AW1. This is for Roy Halladay. Look at that. That is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Roy Halladay on the printing plate. Man, that's fantastic. Look at that. What a way to end it. I'm glad it was a big name. That would have been such a letdown if it wasn't. It's been a good night, folks. I'm gonna let's see here. Whoops, we knocked everybody over. That's great. That's great. Just want to kind of review some of the hits, and then we'll let you all go for the evening. So, Felix Hernandez, King Felix, rookie card. Absolutely fantastic. Total award winner, Albert Pujols. Total production, Nomar Garciaparra. CC Sabathia on the silver. Ken Griffey Jr., total tops. And our big hit of the night, the Roy Halladay printing plate, cyan printing plate, 1 of 1. All right, folks. I guess it's a 1 of 4. I don't know. Printing plates are 1 of 4, but it's the only blue one. All right, be sure to like and subscribe on your way out. Thank you for hanging out with me. I didn't get both rookies. I will, let's see here. I will randomly draw some names in a short this week, and I will let you have your pick of any of the total productions. So the total productions were Nomar and Carlos Delgado, and I think maybe we have one more. But I'll put it all in a short. Just leave a comment. Everybody that left a comment during the chat, God is great, Robert Pops, Gramps Springs, Big Joe, GU9CN. You'll all be entered. If you're in here watching, you want to put another comment in the chat, let me know. You got a few minutes to do so. I will do a drawing, and we'll give away one of those total production cards. These are the 2 that I know off the top of my head. I think we have one more, but I got to look through the pile and find that. Yeah, I'll put those up, and we'll let you choose in the short. So thank you for hanging out. Yeah, just so fun to rip and just have nothing at stake. Like, there's no money involved. Like, we're just ripping for fun. Of course, it's my money because I bought them, but you don't have to have any money involved. You just rip, just like you're hanging out with your friends back in the day. And my mustache is getting long. I'm gonna trim that up. Anyway, be sure to like and subscribe on the way out. I got a lot of good stuff coming in. Junkwax time travel this week. We're going to do 2 different full decade run of tops. So I'm doing an 86 to 96 in a long form video, and then 87 to 96 in my shorts. So check that out. That'll be coming starting Wednesday. I think I had that set up for Wednesday. So yeah, give some love to these other channels that stopped in. God is great. Has a great channel. Check him out. I know he's over there helping the kids. I don't know how to say goodbye. Arigato. I don't know. Is that right? So goodbye to the kids if you're still watching. Thanks for hanging out, and have a great rest of your day wherever you're at. All right. Peace.